Hello, good morning. So, I have this amazing morning because I am up and I've fixed my breakfast, my fuel before working out, and my children are still sleeping. They're totally sleeping, which is great. I've been waking up, like just jumping up, not even needing my alarm. And they've been sleeping. Like, I'm just so stoked about it. So, I get to have a peaceful time eating my breakfast and, getting breakfast ready for them. And it used to be that I would sleep as long as I could, and then I'd hear them wake up and I'd jump up out of bed, and I always felt like I was like racing to be on schedule, or at least to be ahead or to catch up with where they were at, because their energy and just, in the morning, they're just ready to go. And I just was like, oh, but that's changing. I'm noticing I have a lot more energy in the morning. I don't get a ton of sleep, mind you. My husband works late, and I spend time with him in the evening. So about a total, I do take a nap in the evening after my kids go to bed, but like 2-hour nap, and then about 5 hours in the night. My point in sharing this, though, is I really want to express and share with how my whole experience has evolved. So when I first started, I was taking naps. I've talked about this before. I was taking naps as much as I could, kind of pulling through the process of being up with a new baby. I just felt like I needed to sleep whenever I could. And once I started working out, I had so much more energy. And I actually think that that transition from not needing to get up in the night to nurse the baby or to, tend to him, I was still holding on to that schedule of sleep whenever you can. And I think it was actually getting me down. Like, I think a lot of my feeling like needing to sleep was actually a lack of direction in my life. And I don't think it was like I was depressed, but I was just lacking direction. So something I do want to talk about also is we look at our schedule and we think, oh, there's just no way I can fit anything else in, right? I mean, this is very common. It's what I thought, and it's what a lot of people think, especially if you have a family or you work full time, you already have a lot on your plate. But there's a reason. Just keep this in mind. There is a reason that you are curious or you're looking for. If you are here, or if you're curious about what I'm doing, then there's somewhere inside of you saying, I want that too. Or what can I do to make this happen for myself? So it feels impossible, believe me. At first, it feels like there's just no way. How am I going to make the time to do this? My kids are running around. How am I going to work out? You know what I mean? It just feels, I think what happens with a lot, especially when you're a parent and you have this life, this very full life, you feel like you have all these obligations and you are just stumbling along in this makeup that is your life, right? But you have so much control. You are the one who calls the shots. Even though it seems like when your 4-year-old is getting up at 5 a.m, you don't feel like you're calling the shots there. But you ultimately do have a say in everything. So you just have to get a little creative. And you have to think about you have to think about like where you're coming from and where you want to go. Okay? These little pockets of time that we have, the time, we spend on Facebook, the time that we spend clicking through channels, the time that we spend, on Amazon, or these ideas we have in our head. Like, there is a lot of time in the day where I found that I was spending cruising through Facebook and I felt that was like my downtime. Like, no, this is my me time and I just need a moment to like clear my mind. But if we redirect that into building your mind or working on your body or your nutrition, it completely changes things. So I'm super happy. Still no kids. They're still not awake. And see, I'm awake and I have this energy, and I will tell you, 3 or 4 months ago, this wouldn't have happened. This would have not been the case, because I would have been trudging, like grasping onto every bit of sleep I could possibly get, only waking up when they were awake, and like feeling like I was being led by my responsibilities, right? No more. no more. So just remember that we are the creators of our day. Anyone can come up with an excuse. I can say this to you, and I guarantee, because I am a very strong-willed person who, if I decide that something's not going to work, it's not going to work. That's how it is. Once you decide you have a reason for it not to work, the universe will say, you're right, it's not going to work, and it will back you up. It's always going to back you up, because the universe wants to support you in whatever you're trying to express. Okay? The way this world works, no matter where you're coming from or what you believe, power of intention is a very real thing. So, you look at your space, and you look at where your life is right now. And if you tell yourself, I just don't have time for this, just watch how little time you have. Watch everything in your life support that. Sometimes faith is a very big thing too. And I'm not going to rant, and I'm not saying anything about your belief system or anything like that. But faith, just believing in one thing before it's being proven to you, I do have time for this. And yeah, you might have a week of everything proving that you don't. Keep telling yourself you do. I do have time for this. You keep doing that, because you will watch things will start to transition and shift. And suddenly you will see, like, okay, this is working out better than I thought it would. But it's not about the little moments. It's not about, I plan to start my workout at this time. Well, the baby had a diaper blowout. I'm upstairs scrubbing. Bedding has to be washed. I mean, this whole thing that I didn't plan for, right? And it's taking up time. Yeah, those things happen. That happens in life. That's a thing. It's always going to happen. It doesn't matter how much you don't want it to. But we need to handle these things with grace, right? And patience. It's easy to say that. I get it. It is easy to say that. But you have complete control in your reaction to everything. It is up to you. So it's not all these things are just happening to me. Like, quit saying that. Quit talking that way. Because life is not happening to you. You don't go through life, oh, well, everything has just happened to me and I dealt with it the best way I could. That is so unfortunate. Don't spend your time and your thoughts, and don't let that take up your attention. Just don't. You look at it and you say, okay, but I have time. and truly believe it. Even if you're not sure how it's going to work, even if you're not sure, how to make it happen, believe it. I do have time. For me, a big one was, I can't afford to do this. I can't afford to do this, right? Because stepping into this whole new eating system and working out, and I mean, at one point, I spent a bunch of money on a gym membership because I thought, this is going to do it. I'm going to invest and this is going to make it happen. Well, what I'm doing now is so much cheaper than that, okay? But I think the gym membership didn't work out so well. It didn't give me what I was hoping for, so I was very hesitant. And I just can't be spending money like this. I just felt like shame on me, I'm not going to let that happen again. And I just can't afford it. I just can't afford it. Well, here I am. little tiny steps. And looking at how this is going to benefit me, how much time I'm investing and what I have paid for. Oh, I just cannot express how I feel now, how much weight I've lost. It is amazing. And I would say that if I could put a price on it, is worth so much more. So much more. So I had to shift. So instead of spending, $4 or $5 every day or every other day on a fancy mocha, which, yes, I was a big fan of fancy mochas, or, something special that I thought was my reward for being such a hard worker. I don't do that anymore. But, and I don't eat as much, and it all kind of comes back around to, I had to put this much forward, but what I'm actually saving is a huge difference. I have already seen that return to me, and it's easy. So we all know how that works. It feels like, and that's another thing to remember too. You feel, I'm in control of my money. I do what I want with my money. Well, think of it as your time. Think of your time that way too, okay? Because time is very valuable. We all know how this works. You get to a point where once you get through the money, I need to make money, I need to, we're all very motivated by money. If you start looking at your time that way, you'll find that you have so much more control of that. And you actually can say, hey, this is an investment. I'm not going to spend it. I'm not going to waste my time, but I will invest. And it's going to take a little extra work. And I'm going to have to be a grown-up. And I'm going to have to be responsible. And I'm going to have to maybe be really uncomfortable a lot of times. And I'm going to say right now, being uncomfortable is a very big part of this, because we're so attached to feeling like this constant, I can handle this. This is where I feel safe. I'm in my little bubble. I can just be in my own head. I don't have to talk to anyone or do anything, or I'm just here, and this is what I'm going to work my entire day to get back to this place. That equals, that will eventually lead to feeling stagnant. You have to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. You really do. Because, this whole concept of stepping outside the box, stepping outside your comfort zone, those are very real things. And it gets to the point where, your comfort zone is this annoying thing that you're go away. You're just getting in my way. You keep making me think that I need to go this way, when really what I'm doing now is I'm searching for something outside of that, because that is where I'm growing. That is where the most growth is happening. And so I am motivated, and I'm driven, and I'm inspired, and I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, and I'm a strong woman, all of these things. I have a busy schedule. I have doctor's appointments. I have meetings, parent-teacher conferences. I have my husband's crazy work schedule that I pay very close attention to. And if that changes, my life changes. I mean, these are all things that I don't have control of that. I roll with the punches, right? But, it's unbelievable what we're capable of. It really is. So none of that scares me. I look at it as an opportunity. What's going to happen now? This is all the unknown. Ooh, this is exciting. What's my new adventure? And a lot of us need to look at it that way. We need to look at life as an adventure, and the unknown is not this big scary thing, but an opportunity to grow. And what's behind this door, And when we feel a light burst up inside of us because we're feeling good about ourselves and we feel we've made a good choice, doors just fly open. And I guarantee you, I'm going to tell you that my resistance for starting all of these things was pretty big. But that's all changed. So, thoughts for your Thursday morning. Be open to change. Screw the comfort zone. Have faith that you can and will do it, no matter what it is. Have faith. You don't need proof. I mean, did you have proof that you were going to graduate from high school? Did you have proof that you were going to be able to ride a bike? There was nothing proving any of that to you. You just believe that it's going to happen, and it happens. So kind of take away these adult thoughts that we act all jaded and boo-hoo, life is hard. Well, let it go. Get over it. And just have faith. Be the strong person that you know you can be. Okay? And there are a lot of people out there, including the universe, that want you to succeed. So I am here, and I am here if you want to talk about fitness, if you want to talk about inspiration, if you want to talk about making changes, let me know, okay? All of this is a part of making better decisions in your life, and it matters. And I'm still sitting here with no children awake. I'm going to eat my little breakfast before working out, and then I'm going to make them a beautiful breakfast and just have a great morning. And I am sitting back thinking of how impressed I am, where I am right now in my life, and how far I've come in just a few months. And it's all because I made that one decision to make a change and invest in that change and believe in that change. Very, very busy life, but here I am. Okay, so I'm not trying to sound too aggressive or harsh about it, but I don't want to hear excuses. I mean, yeah, you can say them all day and night, but they really don't mean anything. All they mean is you're telling yourself that's what you're going to dedicate your faith to, is how hard everything is and how you're just not able to do it. I mean, it's only going to be that way because you're telling yourself that. Just so remember that. So anyway, everyone have a great Wednesday. Totally went on this whole rant, but I have all this free time. I have all this quiet. So yes, I've shared lots of thoughts, but yes, go forth with Thursday. Can you believe that? It's Thursday? Yeah, go forth with your Thursday. And make it everything that it should be. And come talk to me if you want to be a part of this. Yeah, come on. Let's do it together. I want to get you fired up. I'm fired up.